Hi guys, Kim with the Abundant Life Tarot. I'm all looking up here at my other camera. The other camera is not working today. StreamYard is having some sort of issue, not recognizing my camera, not understanding why. Y'all, why is it that there's always some sort of tech issue going the hell on in my world right now? Like, I don't think it's Mercury retrograde. I don't know what's going on. It's starting to get on my nerves. So, anyways, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy you are here. Let's see. Hey, Vegas, Moxie. Thank you for joining me. I'm super excited. And today we're going to do something a little different. We are going, well, not too different. We've done this before. We're going to throw some cards. And when I throw cards to people's questions, I always like to get folks to chime in. Yes, I'm a reader. Yes, I do that professionally, but I know there's many of you who are called to read, cards. And it's a great practice. It's a great collaborative reading session. So that's what we're doing today. And we're going to do it on the topic, you guys, of self-care or tapping into your spiritual gifts. Maybe you already know what your spiritual gifts are. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to know how to work with them more. So we're going to deal with all that. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing today. And of course, if you can't see me or hear me, please let me know, because then I've got to go back out, go back in, try to do my making peace with the internet gods. So that's what we're doing today. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the intro here. Okay, be right back. All right, we are back. So hopefully you guys can see me. I'm sorry, I might have to go move. Actually, yeah, let me go move my camera because I'm going to keep looking at it when I need to be looking at the laptop. I'm glad you made it to Vegas, Moxie. Let me move this because it's going to drive me crazy. And I can't be having that. Can't be having all the confusion. Okay. Now it'll force me to look at my laptop camera like I'm supposed to. Yay! So we are here. We are here to do some self-care or spiritual gifts readings. Before we get started, I just wanted to do some quick shout outs, some updates on what's going on. Maybe you know about it, maybe you don't. We have an Abundant Life Tarot study group really happening in Facebook. You can join at any time. You don't have to be a part of the inaugural group. You don't have to. You can really start at any time. We are doing our wrap party next week. So, hey, Darcy, thank you for joining. Sorry for the little camera situation. I hate not using my webcam. It bothers me. But anyways, we're having our wrap party live stream next Thursday, same time, same place. And this is where we get to discuss what came up for us during the tarot study, what were great takeaways, what are things we want to see happening in future tarot studies, all that good stuff. So I hope you join me. Let's see what else. I am leading a course, I call it Zoom Reading Lab sessions. And it is interpreting with confidence, downloading and conveying the messages. And it's this Saturday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will be sure, I need to double check and make sure I put it in the description box. So you guys can join me. You get 2 reading lab sessions when you sign up. So it's wonderful. You get to work with me one-on-one, especially if you're new to card reading, and especially if you want to start reading professionally, then this is the reading lab session for you. And let's see. I want to make sure I don't let the comments get away from me. Oh, yeah. Facebook got hacked. Don't tell me that. Your Facebook got hacked? Oh my gosh, yeah, I can understand. My dad's got hacked last week, and I'm his designated like social media guru, even though I'm not very well versed myself, but he got hacked last week, and it was like, oh God. This is like his 3rd or 4th time. Like, no, I got hacked on Instagram, but I don't think I've been hacked yet on Facebook, but it's a lot. It can be a lot of drama. And what's interesting for me is I only go into some of the Facebook groups. I don't even really hang out in my personal Facebook page anymore. The one I started in 2009. It's just too much. It's a lot of people on there, and the other friends and family. Yeah, I love them, but it's just too much for me. So I go into my Facebook group, Abundant Life Tarot group. I already have it preset that all I have to do is once I get to Facebook, go in there. I go into a couple of like psychic hotline or tarot psychic business owner type Facebook groups. So it's very, very much for me. I don't, how do I say this? I use it as a more functional purpose. Yes, I want to collaborate and chat with folks, but I'm not meeting folks to talk to family and friends. If I want to talk to them, I go on WhatsApp and connect with them that way. It's just too much going on. So let's see. Hey, hi. Oh, you are at work. Well, I'm happy you are listening along. We're going to be doing some reading. So let me know if you all, that's why we're here, if you guys are feeling like you need a self-care message, or if you are needing, like, you want to know and tap into what your spiritual gifts may be. Let me show you the decks that we're working with. So we're working with what's it called? I forgot the name of it. That's why, because it just doesn't feel right to me. Wisdom, what is it? Self-care wisdom cards. So we've got these. Yeah, I really like these. Really, really like them. Then this camera is irritating me. It's the light. More self-care. Hold on. We've got the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. So you'll get to choose. So you'll get to choose if you want a self-care reading. You could say, I'd love a self-care reading, Kim, or I want a self-care reading, please. And the deck to use, you could choose, Kim, or I would like to work with this deck. Another one that's great for self-care is Power of Surrender. I like this one a lot. I use this one a lot in client readings. Or an oldie but goodie, the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Yeah. And then, like we've done in the past, just let me know. And we also can chat. Like, if nobody wants readings, we could just sit up here and catch up for a bit for, however long we're here, probably an hour. I'm not going to keep y'all all day. I can. But you just specify your deck that you want to work with. And this is the one I'm working with for spiritual gifts and, tapping into your spiritual gifts. This is the Mediumship Training Deck by John Holland. So I kind of have it divided because these are the gifts. These are the tools cards, I call them. I did that. I divided it because that's what works best for me. And then I might throw in some other like cards, maybe a tarot card if I feel compelled. Maybe it's some of my own personal oracle decks. So that's how we're going to do it today. Kind of relaxed. I might even pull a card for myself or like a self-care message because, whoa, I have been needing every day to be reminded that I need to breathe, that I need to calm down, I need to take care of myself. Like I don't know what's going on where I'm struggling with that. I don't know. Let's see what you guys are chit-chatting about. What about reading labs for old ladies who have been reading since the 70s? You can come too, because wow, you probably could teach us a thing or two. But maybe, I don't know, have you been reading virtually? Have you found a sweet spot there? I do most of my readings, if I'd say 90, right now I'm at 95% virtual readings, 5% face to face. Coming out of the pandemic and stuff, like I think I feel away, maybe folks feel away. And actually, no, people want readings from me out here, but I've been so busy with virtual readings, I just haven't had the time to really go out and about and socialize. So, even for you, my friend, even for you, old ladies who've been reading since the 70s, you guys are my favorite, by the way. Y'all are the ones I love hanging out with. And not to say I don't like hanging out with everybody else, but if you know, you know. Yeah, they got my Insta too. Yep. They bad on Insta. They are really bad. It's like, what the hell? What is going on? I need to be careful not to cuss because StreamYard puts me on a naughty timeout. Yeah, the tarot marketplace is great. And I love just still perusing the tarot marketplace just out of curiosity. I don't really sell decks because I'm out of the country, so it's just too much of a hassle. But I still pop in there every now and then and see what decks are available, what's gone out of print, what's come back in print, because a lot of times they have those kind of conversations in those boards, on those boards. And one day when I do go back to the States, I'm going to be taking some decks back with me to sell while I'm in the States because it's easy for me. But I don't go in there as often as I did. I will say that. Yay. Hello. Hi, Tarot Girl Live. It is so nice to virtually see you. I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you are here. Yay, Darcy. I would love to give you a reading. Okay, so I'm going to be starring the ones who would love a reading while we are together here. Yes, Tarot Girl Live. I like your name. It just like, it lets us know what you're about. You that girl about tarot and going live or being live, living, all that. I like it. Hey, Pamela's Insight. I love a spiritual gifts reading if you feel led. Yes, use whatever deck you feel is calling. Absolutely. Oh, and thank you. Vegas, Moxie, thank you. You always remember, and I'm always so grateful because guess what? I always forget. And I know I'm trying to be better because I know it's like, oh, that's your YouTube job. You're supposed to say these things. So I appreciate you. I am in the Dominican Republic of Dominicana. Yeah, so the DR, I call it for short. So I relocated from California, US. That's where I was born and raised, and decided I want to live abroad. I want to explore. I don't want to just, I have to say this, that there was a lot of things that led to my decision to go abroad, but yeah, seeing so many of my friends pass away, working 50, 60 hours a week. And then they're, in my mind, I think I'm young, they were dying, and then the pandemic. And I just was like, I need to live now. I'm not promised tomorrow. So here I am working, doing tarot readings full time because I would not have been able to afford to do it full time in California. Thank you. I wish that you guys could see with my camera, but I'll take what I can get with my laptop. But thank you. This was a saving grace. The story behind this, the backdrop. I'll spare you guys that, but it has come in handy. Let me tell you, when I was living in a small temporary apartment situation and I'm doing my readings or recording videos for you guys, I would use that to hide the bed. I actually have a video about it where I show you all. Hey, my friend. Okay, Mama. Thank you for joining. So happy you are here. Yes. And then what I'm doing now, you guys, is I'm chatting with you, but I'm also going through the chat and starring the folks who are asking for readings. So it's going to be fun. I'm glad I got folks who would like a reading, because I want to give one or two or three or four. Yes, the tarot is a living thing in its own right. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's right. That's right. I got my very first piece. Where is it? Oh, it's up there. I'm too lazy to get it, but Larimer, some beautiful pieces of Larimer. My husband gifted it to me because I was crystal starved moving from California. And so he got it for me, a little pendant and then a rough piece, because I love good rough pieces of crystal. Home of Larimer. Okay. I'm waiting for we're still working on the house. Still a work in progress. It is so beautiful. It reminds me of the ocean for you guys. All right, let's get to my starred readings. I love a reading. All right. And Darcy, would you be so kind? And you may have already put this here. I know you mentioned you love a reading. Would you like a self-care message or would you like a spiritual gifts type reading? Let's see. You may have already even said something. May I have a general reading for the next 7 days as well, please? Okay. It'll be very general because, well, it'll be, since these are the decks I have on my deck. Well, no, I can use a couple of my decks. Tarot Girl Live, I can use some of mine, not necessarily self-care, but most of them here are like self-care, one spiritual gifts. I have a tarot, my light seers. Okay. Oh, let me adjust that back. I'm all like, I'm not even here with you guys. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're having a rough time. And it's just in general a lot going on in the world, right? Spiritual's good. Okay, well, Tarot Girl, you don't worry. I got you, because it might come out as spiritual, or it might come out as a self-care message, or it might be just like something totally different. So we're gonna see. Thank you, though. I'm sorry to hear. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Tamika. Yay. I'm so happy you are here. Oh my goodness, you guys. All my faves are in the house. Thank you for joining. Hello. All right, so let's get started on our readings. Darcy, I'm so sorry you're having a hard time right now. So let's see. What am I called to work with? What am I called? Actually, I'm going to pull. I hope you don't mind. We're doing this for Darcy. Spirit, please share with us a message that we can convey to Darcy. Oh, we got Bridget. I think that's how you say Bridget. Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Okay. Sacred space. So Nematona. Can you see that? Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. Thank you, Spirit. Ishel, medicine woman, you are a channel for divine healing power. Now, this is interesting because I was hoping for some messages for you that are more about like giving you a good spirit, like a good hug, like a self-care, but it's some spiritual stuff is coming through. So we'll take it. And then we're going to do a power of surrender. This is going to be an oracle. Surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. However, we got Brigitte, don't back down. And it says, stand up for what you believe is right. So there's something, a situation you are going through where there's this either significant internal struggle or an external struggle with others. And there's this space that you have to be in where you don't back down, you stand your ground in terms of you stand for what's important, but sometimes you're going to have to get still and have moments of stillness each day, especially during this time, to know exactly what do I need moment to moment. Sometimes we know, generally speaking, we know as human beings, we need air and water and this or that. We need, if we are introverts, we know we need downtime. We know that. But we're talking sometimes when you're going through it, you need to know day by day what is mine to focus on, what is mine to do. And that way it's easier to surrender defensiveness. Okay. It's easier to know what to stand for. And I say all that because of the Nematona card. Sacred space. And where is sacred space? They mention here, create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine, but sometimes that's not possible. Sacred space, you are standing on sacred ground, holy ground, right there where you are, feet to the ground. I'm barefoot, slamming my foot to the ground. Sacred space is right here, right now. Closing your eyes, getting into a moment of stillness to allow the words to come in from higher up, from the divine, and making it your priority every single day. And it could be literally, it is time to work on your sacred space. If you have an altar, to tend to it, to help you, reconnect spiritually, or to build a actual sacred space. Could be speaking to that too, because we got Ishel, medicine woman. You are a channel, my friend. You are a channel for divine healing power. That's powerful. And so as a healer, I had a card on my altar for me. Each week I do like a little weekly reading out of the African Goddess Rising Oracle. I'm looking at the box. Here's my card this week. I got naked, Mama Wata. But last week it was wounded healer. And that's kind of the energy I'm picking up on here, is that you're a wounded healer, but it's time for you, and you have that ability to do that right here, right now. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully I'm all, let's see. I'm a reader, so I see those lost class cards. Yeah, I'm a reader. Yes, you are, my friend. You're a healer with your reading abilities. Oh, I'll put you on my little list of pulling a card. My brother needs the next step. He has been in a perpetual spin. I understand. Let's see. I feel like wherever I am is sacred. Yes, it is. And so now more than ever before, this is like confirmation of that, but more now than ever before. I think we all need that message, to be honest, like that reminder. Many of us here use the cards we actually have healing modalities, maybe not just cards, maybe we do other types of healing, but sometimes we're in mode of giving, and we run depleted. And then when something comes at us, or some kind of external factors that are coming at us, we feel so weakened, when in fact we now have to pick ourselves back up the same way that we are doing for clients or for people that we are caring for, you know. Yes, I would like a reading. Of course. Of course. Absolutely. My mom claimed my trim power of surrender cards. It suits her. Oh, did you trim off the the gilded edges? Because those were atrocious. I'm like, I hated the gold gilding on my power of surrender deck. That was my original one. And then they started making them without gilding. Thank God. They started publishing them without the gilding, because it was not cute. Not cute. You are so welcome. I wish, now this is the one thing. I wish that we could have like little real actual meetups, and I would give you guys hugs. I hug a lot. That's the one thing. I may be introverted in real life, but one thing you get me every time you reach out for a hug, I just melt. I melt into your arms. I hug you. It's a thing that I like to do that's very human, and I love the connection. So I'm giving you, I hope you feel my love to you. All right. So thank you for allowing me to read those cards for you. Thank you. Thank you. So now I'm going to, let me see. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm going to put that in the description box. I'll do it in just a moment. Look at that. Surrender. That flipped over. Surrender to complete healing. Oh, thank you. So I'm going to get that for you before long, Darcy. I'll put it in the, sorry guys, hotline. Oh, okay. Cool. Forgot to turn my phone down. So I'll put it in the chat, and then I'll also put it in the description box. I was supposed to do that before. I had set up this live a long time ago and kept putting it off because I wanted to do live streams for the Light Seers Tarot Study group. So I forgot to come back here and add all the updates I wanted to add for you guys. Okay. So next up, I'm going to actually star your comment, Darcy, because then I'll remember to add it. And I appreciate you looking for the class. I hope you are able to join me. We're going to have a great time. Trim the gold gilding. It damaged some cards when I opened it. And also it looks super sharp. Yeah. I tried pressing it and it worked for some time, but it wasn't enough. Yeah. I understand. I'm so glad Hay House got away from that nonsense. A hug is comforting. It's what we need after being like hug starved forever, because naturally we need it to be. Clearly, if you're in a pandemic, you gotta hold off on the hugs. But oh my God, it's so human. I would love a spiritual gifts reading if you feel led. Okay, so now we're gonna switch to spiritual gifts. And so what's cool about the mediumship oracle is that let me just give you some examples. So spirit guides, right? So you got this card. So perhaps one of your spiritual gifts could be spiritual gifts that either are known or unknown to you, or ones that are needing to be worked on, like during this time space. So we'll look at the other oracle cards to see what it's speaking to. But you got spirit guides. I'm just going to show you guys spirit guides. And then on the back, he's got good information about that gift and about what other cards in the deck to work with. So I like this deck. I don't always use it often, but when I have clients who want to understand a bit more about their gifts, I pull out this one. And sometimes I use it the last year or so. Did I use it last year? I did. For my New Year's readings for myself, like what spiritual gifts are really ones I'm going to be tapping into for 2022. So reaching out to spirit, symbols. So clairaudience, maybe you have a strong ear, you know what I mean, clear hearing. Message from spirit. And so maybe you're great with the essences, flower power or something like that. Okay, so you get the drift. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these for Pamela. I'm going to shuffle. We're going to see for Pamela's insight. I'm going to say your whole like YouTube channel name so I can really like get into your energies. Pamela Spirit would like to know what's going on with her, their gifts. Okay. We're going to pull a couple of cards here. We're multifaceted folk with multiple gifts, some stronger than others. Okay. Ooh. All right. So reaching out to spirit. Time to heal. So this to me speaks to a time now to really tap into healing. It could be healing for yourself naturally. It could be healing for loved ones. But this also, dropped a pen. It also is about you having a healing touch, you having a strong gift of healing, and that it's time to share it and expand it. If you're already sharing it in a professional way, it's time to consider how can you really deepen that healing modality that you have, that is your chosen modality, and to start to crank it out even more. But that means that you're going to also have to build up your, your reservoir of energy, physical, emotional, spiritual, mental energy. Because as you start to get in more demand, and it could be you have healing words and maybe it needs to be shared orally, through video, virtual, writing it. I don't know. But you also get divine nudges. You know, like some people, as they're walking and you start to get like this intuitive nudge, and everybody says, oh, I get those. But there's some of us who are really, really good at getting those nudges and getting those clues and those intuitive pulls, more so than the rest of us. So you are one of those people. Let me see. Reaching out to spirit. And this is all about you tapping into, like you're a conduit. You're a conduit and the information just flows through. And not only does it flow through, it gives you intuitive nudges and it gives you the ability to heal. See how they have their hand? So it's quite beautiful. I'm going to pull from Miss Doreen's deck. You know, I say it all salty because I'm a little messy. Doreen, thank you for this deck. It was quite a beautiful creation. I know you don't stand behind it anymore, but that's okay. I'm talking to Doreen as if she's standing right there. Okay, I'm going to reshuffle because I'm going to shuffle good. We just want a closing message with how can Pamela tap more into this gift, or what should she do? Oh, is my mic on? Ooh, High Priestess. Is this Dana? Dana. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. Wow. So it could even be in the form of teaching. But what is this about? That download, you being a conduit and you putting that information out. Okay. It is important. It is time to do that. Hopefully that makes sense. I always say that. Does that make sense? Like I'm talking to, like you're here and I'm just chit-chatting with you. Okay. Let's go here. Oh, My coworker gave me such a beautiful hug today, right? Like I could just melt. My coworkers were some of my dearest, dearest friends, and they were I had in a short amount of time, four of them pass away. And these were my favorite people at work. Absolutely my favorite people. And they were the best huggers. I'm going to get all emotional. Best huggers around. Totally my cheerleader. Totally supported me doing tarot on the side. Would come to my desk at work and ask for a little mini reading. And now they're not here. And I miss them. And not just because they gave the best hugs, but I just miss how we were together. And it felt so magical that going to work felt so much fun for me because of them. I miss them. I can represent the geriatric generation. Well, you know what? Let me tell you, we have a lot to learn from, of course, each other, but you can definitely represent you and all the greatness that you are. On a deep and moving deck. Which one? Which one? Tell me. Which deck was deep and moving? In my mind, all of my decks are deep and moving, but I know I do have some shallow ones that are not as deep and moving as they could be. Oops, phone. Okay, no worries, Darcy. And I will definitely update the description box and try to drop the link to the course in here in just a moment. Of course, you can ask a question. Just do me a favor. What we're doing primarily, we're pulling cards and just seeing what messages need to be conveyed. But let me know if you'd like a self-care message or like a spiritual healing gifts kind of reading. Yes, of course, Amber. Thank you for joining today. I'm glad you're here. I'm hitting the little starred comments things, so that way I know to go back and do the readings in the order that we get them. I'm here answering my business phone. No worries, I won't tell. I will not tell. Your secret is safe with me. Okay. Thank you. Hey, aloha. Wait, you do like this. My aloha. I'm so bad. I'm such a goober. Hi, Jonathan. I'm so happy you are here. Welcome. You gave a beautiful reading, by the way, the other day. I needed that message. You're welcome. Okay. Hey, friend. I love reading on the situation with my trouble friend. Oh, everybody's going. Whew, it's a lot, huh? It's a lot going on. Well, all right. We're going to see what the cards say. I've been mostly working with Oracle today. I think I wore myself out with the Light Seers Tarot. I'm still using it for professional readings, obviously, but I'm like kind of in an Oracle headspace right now, if y'all know what that means. Yeah. Work friends are the best, man, because you're there 8 hours plus a day, and if they're funny, they can help make light of a situation. They're great. Many times they're great listeners. There are certain things you guys have in common because you're working at the same place. I don't know. I love work friends. I do. Deep and moving spiritual gifts decks. Yes. I just took a class with John Holland a couple of weeks ago, and I'm mad I didn't get a chance to say, wow, I really am impressed with your deck. I wasn't expecting to like it as much. Shallow decks definitely have a place. My Rebel decks, I believe any deck, including playing cards, could go deep, but every now and then I need to have some wicked laughter. And so my Rebel decks do that. Yeah, me too. When I started working from home, even though I'm naturally an introvert, I was shocked by how much I missed the day-to-day interactions with people. I was really shocked about that. We're really, I will see. I don't really have my love decks out, okay? Because I only had like, if you need like a spiritual kind of message, but we'll see what comes up in the oracle cards that we have. So I will say that we're doing readings with a purpose today, my friend. Subhash. Of course. Of course. We'll see what comes up. Hey, friend. How are you? I'm glad you are here. Thank you for joining. You just flashed a love sign. I'm learning, and I always got love on the brain. Not like, oh, romantic love, but just love. So maybe it was, see, I do that. I say random things in Spanish too. And it's like, what? They're like, you said what now? I'm like, I'm like, you're the funny one. See, well, you are highly valued. You gotta have a funny coworker. That helps make the day go by. You gotta have that one too that tells you to stay on your job. Okay. You gotta have that one that's like, okay, y'all, let's get back to work. Come on. Enough fun already. Because we could sit there all day. They would just pay me and just let me just chit chat and stuff. I was very blessed by the bosses that I had. There's this one work friend that makes you laugh all the time, right? And don't have two or three of them. Yay! The Oracle Throne, new channel alert. We are so happy you are here. Karina. Absolutely. That's a great question. Okay. Got all my stuff. So thank you, Pamela, for your lovely question. We're moving on to Mama. Okay, Mama. And we're going to do spiritual gifts. Tell me more. Let me make sure. Did I capture that? I'm assuming that you want a reading when you say tell me more. So I'm gonna shuffle these. So I like this deck a lot. I was very surprised by this one. And it's kind of sometimes a pain when the backs don't have true backs. But for me, it's not a deal breaker in decks. It's just not. If it's a good deck, then I overlook such things. But not everybody can overlook that. Some people are like, it needs a guidebook. It comes with this. It's not really a guidebook. It tells you maybe how to work with it. You're asleep. Yeah. Anyways. And let me just. What are some for like Mama? Okay, I'm going to reshuffle because I feel like I'm all over the place energetically. And I'll keep it real with you guys. Sometimes I'm just going to reshuffle because that's the appropriate thing to do. I hate that I don't have my webcam. I would normally be looking this way. What is a message for Okimama about her spiritual gifts that you'd love to share? I like what's coming up for you. All right, let's get started. Okimama, clairaudience, clear hearing, right? You maybe as you're reading and interpreting your cards, you're hearing things. You're hearing sounds, or hearing a conversation, or hearing music, or hearing something that plays auditory that you're picking up on. So that's a gift of yours, whether it's known or unknown to you. Also being able to access or symbols and things symbols and images, symbols around you, signs and symbols. Um, I'm going to, since you wanted to know more about this deck, I'm going to read a couple of excerpts. So, in case you're interested in getting this deck. It says, spirit people communicate with us in different ways. They can do so with words, images, and feelings, as well as symbols. These symbols can be simply found. Valuable information can be obtained from the spirit people with a single image. There is a familiar saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Let's see. When you link with spirit, the blending process enables them to access your personal symbolic library. And within each experience stored with that image or symbol, they can tap into the associated memory. If you receive a symbol, you have to ask yourself, what does this symbol mean to me? Or what does this mean to the mom, dad, child, etc., whom I'm connecting with? So you have a very strong ability to clear hearing, clear seeing with symbols, and then calling cards from heaven, ancestral help. Call from heaven. It says your loved ones are never more than a thought away. Okay. So you have that right at your fingertips. Let's see. Okay, mama. Unag. Easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So that might just be a general message for you, a nice reminder from your heavenly spirit guides, your ancestors, your loved ones who've crossed over. Easy does it. Easy does it in tapping into using your gifts on a daily. You've been using them as you've been using them. Let's see what we got. Shuffle while. It's okay. You can send me energy. I'm so glad you're here and you subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate you. That's the air sign. You know me. You know me in this. I can't hide my air sign-ish. It just pops out everywhere sometimes. Please go. Thank you, Vegas Moxie, for advice, reminding us kindly to hit the like button. Thank you. Well, thank you. I try to be very polite to the peeps who show me love over here. What is that noise? Hello. Hi, Jeanette. How are you doing? Good afternoon to you, too. We're just doing readings and chit-chatting, catching up. It's okay. It's okay. I have that deck. It's an interesting thing because I don't think it was meant to be an oracle at all, but an instruction book that your guides can help you guide your lessons. Yep, you're right. So it talks about it in here. But I was like, I don't want to use it like that. I do this all the time where I'm like, I don't like the purpose. And it is perfect for, you're like, I want to know more about clairaudience. And they give you tips on how to work with them more or whatever. Here's psychic journaling. Here's another gift. But now I decided, no, I'm going to use it like I want to know what gifts that we are working with or need to work with. So that's how I've been using it. But you're right, Jonathan. That's exactly how it's exactly how you're supposed to work with it. But I was like, nope, I don't think so. Thank you. I just my own thing over here. Yeah, I also know mine too. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, put that in your journal, please. I will. Don't worry. I'm doing the readings in order in which they are received. That's from my professional days. I have to be fair. All right. And then Tarot Girl Live is next. And you also said spiritual, but we're going to kind of combine it with 7 days. What messages do you need to know? A spiritual message, a spiritual download. spirit, but also what's something that is coming up maybe, or ooh. Out of curiosity, Tarot Girl Live, do you do any form of like mediumship? I'm asking because it came up in your cards. We're looking for messages for Tarot Girl Live. What's coming up that you'd like to share? Okay. Beautiful. All right. So we're going to touch upon your spiritual gifts, and then we're going to talk about your week ahead, or just kind of what may be coming up real fast, because I could go all day with these readings. I'm going to try and rein it in. So in terms of spiritual guidance or spiritual gifts, we got inspirational mediumship and nature's healing power. And wow, this could definitely speak to your own personal gifts. What you have inspired mediumship, meaning that you're inspired, like it's, how do you say this? The mediumship that's happening is coming from an inspired wands place. So it's quite beautiful. And perhaps maybe in the coming week ahead, you are really going to be leaning into this. Now that there's a strong awareness that this is actually a divine spiritual gift that you have, you'll see why I'm saying this in a moment, because you've got cards here from this other deck that's speaking to tapping more into your inner wisdom. This awareness is now just pointing to the fact that you have this gift at your disposal, which means that you have the ability to be a powerful manifester. Okay. Nature's power. Is there something going on that needs for yourself, that needs to have some healing happening, whether it's spiritual, mental, or physical? If so, there, nature's healing power. Go to nature to gain that healing for yourself. Or is this more about your ability to heal? And maybe, some people do with witchcraft, the elements, they work with that earth element. So perhaps maybe that's a gift for you. Or maybe, nature's healing powers, maybe a lot of your magic can happen outdoors in nature, etc. So that's what we'll talk about over there with your spiritual gifts, your spiritual guidance. But then what's coming up, we've got, and this is why I said about the inspirational mediumship, Athena, inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. And that goes back to this powerful gift that you have. Sometimes we forget what powerful manifestors we are, especially as readers, mediums, psychics. We forget. But this coming week, these next 7 days, it's about remembering the inner wisdom that you have. What else? Medicine woman. This is why I was like, are you in some form of like kind of magic, mediumship? We got this Ishel again, medicine woman. You are a channel for divine healing power. You are a channel. Isn't this beautiful? Can you see that? I like this card. What else? A true focus on true love with this card, this coming next 7 days. It could be about attracting love, about being in all of the essence of love. How do you pronounce this? Guinevere? The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So this will be a focus. Or maybe you are helping others to really attract in love. And this is going to be a nice, beautiful focus in the coming 7 days ahead. And Lakshmi, bright future. So it's a nice, favorable 7 days ahead. Bright future. Stop worrying, it says. Everything is going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. You're going to be, whatever it is that you may be worrying about, it's all good. Everything is unfolding just as it should. Oh, before I go to yours, Tamika, let's see. Where did I leave off? You're welcome. Yes, you do. I figured you got tarot in your name, and I didn't know if you actually have a specialized gift of mediumship. It might be something to start exercising and tapping into, because that is an interesting card to receive. And you know, there's definitely a need for mediums. I mean, there's us as card readers. I pride myself on being like a card reader, but not necessarily always tapping into the psychic abilities. I know the cards, I know the card meanings, etc. I listen to, my intuition, but that's a different way of accessing information, right? There's also mediumship that can happen alongside your readings. That's definitely a sign. Like, not all of us are getting dreams. I just now started sleeping in a way that I can actually recognize my dreams. When I was living in the States, I did not remember any of my dreams. I don't even know if I got into a state of REM, like, you have to get into REM for dreaming. I slept for 3 or 4 hours at a time each night when I was working my day job. Not healthy. So I don't remember dreaming, but I work with energy so I can use some one energy to sometimes influence the situation. Well, your gifts came up, especially that inspirational mediumship card that came up. Hello. I like your name, Annihilation Life. Interesting. You're welcome. We do forget at times. I know what I have stopped doing, so it makes sense what you were saying. Yeah. And now so now it's just a beautiful, gentle reminder to remember to do those things. And then you will see instant results because that's how powerful you are. All right, Tamika. Where did I put Tamika's? Let me go back. Because I know you said about your brother. I want to make sure. I must have accidentally taken it off. And I did not want to do that. Where is it? I've been in a space of creativity. It feels wonderful. I see your comment there. My brother needs the next step. He has been in a perpetual spin. Okay. So now I'm going to star that one. Okay. So I know I did it. Okay. So I'm assuming, Tamika, you want this for your brother, right? Am I correct? He's been in a perpetual spin. Maybe I'll pull from the power of surrender. Yeah, maybe I will. Yeah, I think I will. A perpetual spin. Let me see. I see I got a comment here. Oh, I gotta go all the way. Oh, where are you? Hi. It's crazy. I was just watching your video explaining the elders, and I finished it. And now you're live. Love this. Oh, thank you. I'm happy you're here. And thank you for watching my hoodoo videos, like my hoodoo tarot, my hoodoo videos. But I appreciate you saying this. Thank you. Here I am. I try to be here every Thursday, just to usually a topic of discussion. But today we're just doing readings and things. So, Tamika, we're going to pull a card for your brother. He needs a next step, Spirit. Please give Tamika's brother a next step that she can surrender procrastination. Is he procrastinating on something? It's time to just go ahead and take a divinely guided step and get started. Even if you don't know the direction you're going, yes, there are times when it's advisable just to sit there, but oftentimes you've got to at least take one divinely guided step forward in order to know what step to take next. So it says here, now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. He's procrastinating. I'm gonna pull. Let me see one more card. So that's clear, Spirit. We know. He's like, oh, oh, interesting. I don't know what this means for him, but it says surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. I don't know what that could speak to for him. I was going to pull, let me see. He needs a next step. I'll pull from the career money. Let's see if maybe that doesn't, let's see. Partnership. Okay, it's this card. Build relationships that can help you increase business profits. That's one way to look at it. Number 2, you don't have to do it alone. Make use of available resources. Maybe he needs to link up with someone who's, but is it a career coach or a mentor or someone he respects? He needs also some sort of accountability kind of situation, an accountability coach or accountability person. But it's time for him to surrender procrastination. That's a given. You may receive money or an offer from someone you know, but the partnership is key. Sometimes we need to, maybe that's what we need in order to make that next step. But first, he's going to have to sit down and get clear on a goal. What is that goal? What's he hoping for his life? He could start there and then kind of dial it down. What do I hope for my life? What do I hope to do as a career? What do I hope to do for this business opportunity? What do I hope to gain? How do I hope to feel? Sometimes you have to kind of journal that out, get down to the basics of understanding what it is you're trying to do. And then it becomes clear because then you can start writing your goals down and then start hitting them. And it may help to partner with someone to carry the load of whatever he's trying to manifest. And surrender the drama. Not sure what that's about. Could not be even totally related to what your question was, but oh my, his Tamika, thank you. Thank you so much. This is my first ever, what do you call it? I don't even know what you call these. Not a super chat. I don't even know what to call them because I've never received one. So thank you so much. You have made my day. I appreciate you. I literally just was wanting to do this because you guys are the best. You guys are so awesome to me. So his middle name is Drama. I know. I have relatives, close relatives whose middle name is Drama, like offspring of mine, sibling. I love you, sibling, but actually my sister's very low drama, but she's the baby of the family, so it's inherent that there's a little bit of element of drama with the babies of the family. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Don't run towards the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. Thank you, Tamika, for allowing me to do this reading. Thank you. Thank you for the $10. Oh my God. I'm like, that's so amazing. Thank you. God, Miss Robinson, can you elaborate? Oh, Miss Robinson, correct me if I'm wrong. That's the devil, right? And then the tower. Ooh. I'm going to star your card. And if I have time, otherwise, if I don't, maybe somehow we reconnect in the comments section. I can elaborate a bit further. But you would have to also share with me, what was your question surrounding? Did you just do a general reading? Did you just do did you have a specific question in mind and these two cards jump? So then that can kind of help me. Because in other it's like for me doing it. I'm back. So sometimes it's like literally a dag, like trying to randomly get some, like, let's say I'm like, I want to look up, what do I say? Refrigerators. Well, it could bring forth a whole lot of information energetically. But if I say Whirlpool, refurbished Whirlpool refrigerators, maintenance, that kind of refines things. It help. I do better with refining based on what the question is. But I will save that. Thank you. I was like, I don't even know what this is called, but it feels good and I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. I feel so loved. Their surrender procrastination, 100% true. And you can tell him, you can put it all on me if you have a chat with him. You can just say, my girl Kim, she does readings. She did a reading for you, and this is what came up. Just blame me. I'll take the blame. That's why. Okay. That's why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. Ooh, okay. So I'm going to try and circle back to that and I'm putting a little star by each of the people I'm going to go to. I'm putting them in the order they are coming in. Hey, Kristen Louise. I'm good. How are you? I'm glad you're here. Glad to be here today. Thank you for your time and energy. You are so welcome. Thank you. You totally made my day. What? Oh my gosh, you guys. I was like, I never got these before. So I'm like, I got a super sticker now. Thank you, Tarot Girl Live. Blessings to you. You guys are my seriously. I am so thank you. I'm like thankful, but thank you. Like, goodness. Okay, back at it. So Vegas Moxie, it's your turn. We're going to do a reading for you. And you would like a reading, please. I didn't catch if you wanted anything like spiritual or not, self-care or not. And you guys got me all emotional. I'm about to like mess up my eyeliner in a minute, like getting all emotional. So what we'll do is we will ask for Vegas Moxie Spirit. What is a message for her that needs to be shared? Okay. And do I feel like using this deck? Do I want to use the surrender? Surrender be calling us out on things. So let me know if you if you're ready to be called out. Oh, you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super sticker, Ariami. You're so welcome. I love interpreting card meanings. It's like one of my favorite things to do. I should do that one day. Like, okay, bring all your your hard to understand readings, and we'll have a Thursday of like, let's see, what does it mean? And we all attack it. Thank you. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you. I am blushing. Can you tell? I'm blushing. I'm totally blushing. Oh, okay. A card on changing business name. So you're considering changing a business name? Is that what's happening? I want something that's going to give me a definitive answer. So, changing business name. Okay. What we will do is since it's a business reading, why don't I pull from my career and money oracle? Spirit, what are the energy? And I might have to pull from like either a tarot deck or another type of oracle for that. So for Vegas Moxie, what are the energies around me, whether or not it's a good idea to change the name? Okay. All right, Spirit. Say yes to the things you think you cannot do. Investment. Wow, I got a little chill. So first of all, let me just show you. There's like, I think 100 cards in this deck. I could be wrong. I shuffle this all the time because I use it all the time for hotline, like career readings and things, and for regular client readings, like my private clients. But I shuffled this, and this card came up last week. me say, when I did a reading for the collective for you guys, for us. And say yes to the things you think you cannot do. Let me tell you. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's almost already 4 o'clock. Hurry. I'm getting all slowed down. Investment. So I would say it is time to consider for your investment, which is your business, a consideration of changing the name. Now, here's the thing about changing the name. You have to be strategic in this. This is an investment. So it's not just a matter of thinking about changing your name. You want a name that's going to allow you to do this type of services you want to do without being so, how do you say this? You know, if it's too specific, it could be a problem. So whatever you're changing your name to, just keep that in mind. Also, what I did when I was coming up with Abundant Life Tarot, way back when, I actually used the cards and I would say, okay, what about this name? I had like 5 names to choose from. And so that whichever had the highest, most favorable tarot card was the one that was going to be the one. And then I narrowed it down to finally I got to Abundant Life Tarot. And here we are today. It's like, so just some things to keep in mind about that. And so since we asked about changing your name, we got to say yes to the things you cannot do. Well, I think we know our answer. I think we know. Okay. I know, right? Dang. You are so welcome. I'm curious. I can't wait to see what name you decided on. A memorable name. Exactly. You want something memorable, catchy, easy. I also, when you're thinking about, these names, you want it to be something that kind of rolls off the tongue. Like Kristen Louise said, memorable. And it really speaks to what you do. Hello, Neighborhood Arts. Alive with Kim, are you up for a house sitting reading? Oh my gosh, I'm a renter. Yes, of course I know. I'm from the Bay Area. I'm a renter. Oh God. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. All right. Bless your heart. It's very expensive there. It's a lot. It's God. I mean, one of the most expensive places in the world. Like, I don't even know. We end up getting pushed up out of there. We end up going to Sacramento in the 90s, but in the late 90s. But I still have family, friends in the Bay. And when I go, last time I went out there. It's one of my favorite spaces. Sorry, guys. I'm looking at my wrist. Got a little rash. Did I eat something? All right. So I put that. Let's go back. I had to remember to do my Zoom. Amber, I'd like to see what my spiritual gifts are. Cool. We could do that. I'd like a reading on what my spiritual gifts are. Thanks, Amber. Amber A. Spirit. What are Amber's spiritual gifts? That she needs to be aware of. Ooh, that's an interesting one. It fell to the floor. Now, this is an interesting one, too. I don't know if I've ever seen that come up in a reading yet. Hold on. One fell to the floor. Trance dance. Trance. Huh. Interesting. We're gonna look at the back of this because we're gonna need some guidance on this. And I'm gonna pull a couple of other cards. One moment. The Invisible Shield. Okay. This is beautiful, actually. Both of them are. Trance dance. Spirit, give us additional insights on how Amber works with these spiritual gifts or any additional guidance. It's about a knowingness that this is available. We're going to first start with the Invisible Shield because this is about angelic protection from what I'm summing up here about this card. It says, have you ever experienced feeling the presence of a loved one who has passed or had a thought of them suddenly coming into your mind? Even though they're in the spiritual realm, their spirit body has an aura which lovingly reaches out to yours. Every living thing has an aura. Oh, I know a song that says that. Whether here in the physical world or on the other side. So everyone has an aura. Okay. It's the energy field that surrounds all matter. Whether you are developing psychically or medium, this is what they wrote. This is what John wrote. Psychically or medium stickily. What? Whether you're becoming a medium or developing that skill or your psychic skills, I'm just going to say. Learning about the aura is an important part of the training. Both psychic and mediumstic emanations are received and transmitted through the aura, which in turn can access the specific chakras that you are associated with your clairvoyance and clairaudience. So you can learn to expand your aura for all manner or reasons. Whether you're about to do a psychic reading, you're going to a concert and want to feel and experience the richness of the music, or even if you're outdoors and just want to heighten the whole experience with nature. Interesting. So you have a strong auric, a tap to the auric field of being able to represent, like to tap into other people's auric fields, whether they're here in the physical plane of what we know, this dimension, or those who have crossed over. What's interesting about this card, though, it speaks to this trance dance. Now, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. I used to go to I guess they would call it raves. The music we listened to wasn't necessarily kind of that kind of music, but it very much, they were sisters, the music. At rave. I won't bore you with that, but we would go and dance all night long. And sometimes in that moment of dance, I really had these spiritual downloads. So it's about that movement of the body. It's about kind of opening up all senses and just being one with all there is when you're going to such a place like trance dance. So perhaps really moving your body, getting into that space will help you also to really start to exercise your tapping into auras. Easy does it, Unag. It is as easy as don't make it complicated. This isn't a gift that's supposed to be complicated. Okay. And bright future. You have a bright future with this. You have a bright future with the power of healing others, healing yourself, manifesting things all through these special gifts. So that's quite interesting. Quite interesting. One card, unchanging business name. changing. So got yours. Don't worry, neighborhood arts. You're in the California too, in the San Diego area. Oh my gosh. Another experience, like very expensive. California, north, south, just very expensive. Beautiful. And I will say is probably very worthwhile living there. However, probably Jonathan could say that about Hawaii too. Just really expensive. And may I also know my intuitive gifts? Yes. Do you believe everyone's spiritual gifts? I'm skeptical that I have any. Oh, well, we'll find out. I actually do believe that everybody has spiritual gifts. It's just a matter of them being aware. I think that we all, you know how everybody says, oh, that was my sixth sense or this, or, like, oh, I don't know how I know, but I just knew this happened. Well, that's not coming from our sense of taste or smell or anything. That's coming from something deeper, something innate. And we all have them. And you could have these gifts and have more of a stronger aptitude for them than maybe other people. You may also hone those gifts more so than other people. So therefore your gift is stronger. But I do believe that we all have certain gifts. We just may not be aware of them. trance stance, embodied spirituality. That's beautiful. Yes. Thank you. Amber, take note of that, what Kristen Louise said. See, I love when you guys chime in and help. Oh my gosh, you guys. You're gonna make me you're gonna make me blush again. Didn't want to blush right there in front of you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Neighborhood Arts. I can't wait to do your reading. I hope you guys have some time. If you don't, I'll still do the readings because I have you start. And if you have to leave and go, you can watch the replay later and I'll have your reading covered, even if you're not here. You don't have to be present. I know the housing situation, rents are blowing up across the country for folks. It's terrifying and exhausting. It is, because it's like you feel so out of control. Like it's totally out of your control when you're there. I know, like they drastically raised my rent back in 2016. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, how am I supposed to deal with this? How? You raised my rent up like $300. I don't even think, how is that even legal per month? I was like, what? It's ridiculous. Yeah, just trying to live and work. I mean, actually, I think like here in the part of town that I live in, the Dominican Republic, they're going through like a housing shortage boom situation too. So it's like everywhere. Thank you for the super sticker. I'm like, oh my God. You guys are the best. Thank you. Okay, Subhash, I don't know if you're still with me. I hope you are. I know you wanted a love reading or anything spirit or the angels wanted to tell you, so we will do that, okay? If something comes up about love, right on. We're just going to say, we're going to ask spirit for Subhash, what is a message? And I didn't know in your love reading, were you trying to attract love? Is that, if you're still with me, if you're not here, that's okay. But I don't know if you're trying to attract a new love or do you have an existing love, life, relationship situation? All right, so here's your messages, okay? This is from the divine, all right? This is from Spirit. First up, Cordelia. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. And if you're seeking love, searching for love, ready to deepen your love, which is understandable. Even old married folks want to deepen their love life sometimes, right? Sometimes you got to get outside. You got to go outside with your loved one if you're in a relationship. You guys need to maybe go for a walk around the block. Go to the park. Go see if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, go see the seasons change from, winter to spring and just get outside, get into nature. If you are single and you are desiring a relationship, and now that the world is opening up for most parts of the world, it's time to get out there. This is what this is speaking to. Go outside, get out there. Go gather up a friend or two, go to the park and sit. Your love life is asking for it, okay? Whether you're in a relationship or not. Not sure if you are, I'm not that gifted with readings. I could do it. I could pull it out with the tarot, whether or not you're in a relationship. But for time's sake, we're just going to keep going. Artemis, Guardian. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. So this is a divine message that I sense that Spirit is conveying to me to convey to you. Again, I'm going to read that. You are and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. So if there's sometimes you feel vulnerable, fearful, feel like you're not going to make it, or there's some element of it almost feels dangerous, or just some element of like not just being wide open, vulnerable. Remember this. You have guardians on the other side, and those guardians on the other side, they also animate and bring about folks who can help you on your journey in the physical. Okay. And then finally, Ayin, leap of faith. Probably am pronouncing that wrong. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. I think that's speaking back to your love question again. But this also could speak to a career situation, a career aspiration. Leap of faith, take a risk. Take a risk. Hope that makes sense. Let me know if you've left the live and you watch this later. If you have a follow-up question, you can leave a comment. I'm just clearing out my little queue. Okay. Oh, we're making progress. Okay. We're making progress. I know the housing situation. Oh, yes. I live in a super rural area in Canada, but I pay $1,000 a month. Oh, and have an outhouse, which, oh my gosh, Krista, and I think we talked about this too, which I have to go outside. You shouldn't get to raise rents to modern prices. No, you should not. It makes me angry. You should, for $1,000, I would expect a bathroom on the inside of your space. I would, that's a lot of money that they're asking people to fork over each month. Makes me mad. Hi, Mrs. Matthews. Greetings to you. Look at you guys just showing up and being here with me today. Thank you. All right. I promised Darcy too. She probably stepped away and stayed on the phone, and I got to put my Zoom links for this coming weekend, Saturday. I hope you guys join me, especially if you are into card reading. All right, because I'm doing a little something at 2:30 Eastern time, interpreting with confidence, downloading, conveying the messages. We got a few of you guys, though, who are professional readers, so you know what that's all about. But those of you who are maybe toying with the idea of reading professionally, this would be a good one to join me on. All right, so Auntie K's Tarot Insights. Check out the channel, by the way. We've got also some folks in here who have wonderful channels, so you guys want to check them out. Sometimes what I do when I'm in people's chats is I click on the names to see, or copy the names and put it in a new browser, a YouTube browser, to see if they have a channel and see if it's something I want to watch. Then I just hit subscribe because I'm one of those people. So do that. So something I do. All right, so I'd love a reading on the situation with my troubled friend. Okay. I'm gonna pull from this deck, Krista, and then also maybe the power of surrender, unless you think a self-care message would be helpful. Inner guidance. This might be speaking to you in the situation. Medicine woman came up again, but I think we would be getting this quite a bit, this card. Human job opportunity. Now I'm going to power surrender. So let me show you first what we got. So we got Aphrodite, inner goddess. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. So this could be speaking to you about making sure you take care of yourself, your needs, as you support your friend. This could also be a message about your friend. And I'm going to now that I saw that self-care message, that's a signal to me to pull a self-care message card for your friend. Okay. Then we got Ishel. And I shuffled this good, you guys. I riffle shuffled and everything. You are a channel for divine healing power. And Yemenja. Golden opportunity. Oh, sorry for the nudity, YouTube. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. And you didn't mention what type of trouble. I don't know if they're having health troubles. If they are, at a point of being near crossing over. Maybe they're having challenges with the living situation. Not sure. But yeah. Let's see. Spirit, do you have any additional guidance about Auntie K's, Krista's friend. All right, so then we got surrender stubbornness, surrender fear. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. Now, this could represent you needing to be more yielding to this. Sometimes when we're going through something, either on behalf of our friends or behalf of ourselves, we tense up, and not just tense up physically. We do that too, but we also tense up energetically. We're in defense mode, where this situation is calling for us to be more yielding in this moment to moment time, dealing with whatever you're dealing with your friend, okay? And then surrender fear. There's a lot of fear. Understandably so. We are humans. We're going to have fear. But this is probably going to more speak to how to mitigate that fear. There's something that maybe they're fearful of, you're fearful for them, but this is a natural progression that needs to happen as a part of their journey. It says here, let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. And since Aphrodite said a self-care situation that needs to be looked at, let's get a self-care message. Spirit, for Auntie K and Auntie K's friend, is there any loving self-care message that you can share? Sovereign. It says, you are the queen of your life. Treat yourself like royalty. And this is again about what is within your power. That is what you focus on. What is not within your power, that is what you allow and delegate for others to do and deal with. Sovereignty. Has their sovereignty been taken away? Has it been a sense of their agency been taken away? What do they have? What remains in their agency? Interesting. Surrender. Yes. I like the surrender card. It's my favorite. ALJ Rob G, the same guy that called my phone using the name Tom. Oh, is somebody, Mrs. Matthews, calling you and acting like somebody else? Is that what they're doing? Healing addiction. Oh, yeah. Oh, that explains the sovereign card. And that explains what I'm picking up, like a tough, I hate the term tough love when it comes to addiction. I know that's what some elements of it is, but there's a loving way to set boundaries and still be loving and not just completely leave people out in the cold. It's a tough, I've had to deal with that in my own family. So I understand and I totally empathize. Yeah, we feel more amped and yes, fear that they feel it at that crossroads. I know, especially if they're not ready to be at that crossroads. It's such fear, and we don't want anything to happen if they don't get help. We don't want the worst for them, but their fear is real too as a person who's addicted. They've gotten used to this substance. It's a part of their being. What does their life look like without it? It's something that they haven't faced yet. Yeah. But you got to also make sure you take care of yourself as the loving friend that you are. You're showing with what remain in their agency. Oh, I'm sorry, Krista. We might have. I'm sorry. I want to, there's more I want to say, but I'm like, oh, maybe I'll save that offline. Okay. Well, that's okay, Miss Matthews. Thank you. That helps. I was like, is somebody acting? I had a client, I think it was just the other day on the hotlines, who had a situation like that. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm moving on. Jeanette wants to know, And remember, you guys, if you're not here, if you got to go, I know this live is going long. I'll try and wrap it up in the next 15 minutes. I hate having super long lives because nobody wants to watch all that. But it's like a little party when you guys are here with me. So I'm happy you're here with me. But I like to be mindful of your time. So we're going to now get back to spiritual gifts for a moment. Because Jeanette Valencia wants to know more about what are your intuitive gifts. And if you guys know about something like some of these things, I know very well because maybe it's one of my own personal spiritual gifts, or maybe I know I've helped people with it. But some things like the spirit dance, what was it? This trance? No, trance. I'm like, I don't know about that. And I don't want to tell all my business, my partying ways, how I got into a trance back in the day. So if I say something or pick up a card, definitely chime in. So for Jeanette Valencia Spirit, what are some spiritual gifts that Jeanette has or needs to consider tapping into? Ooh, thought power. It's one of my favorites. It's one I relate to, being an air sign and all. I'm Aquarius. Symbols. Right on. Clairvoyance. Oh my gosh, Jeanette, did you know you had all these gifts? Did you? Clairvoyance. That was the last one that jumped. Clear sight. Clear sight. That ties, oh my God, look at this. Symbols. Being able to see symbols in your mind's eye. If you were a reader and you said, okay, sometimes I'm going to be consulting what's in the images here, right? But I have clear sight. There's pictures dancing across my mind to a situation. And that is also supported by thought power. Thought power. You have the ability to have, like, it's also, what is it? Clear cognizance, the all knowing. So you not only you have these things that you can see, these symbols, these pictures, these images going across your mind screen. You also have the ability to process and know what is being conveyed, know what is being said, know how the answers are coming about. This also is about you being able to tap into your ability to manifest. Okay, being a powerful manifestor. So I don't know if you're aware that you have these gifts, but if not, it's time to exercise them. It's time to practice. There are ways to strengthen your gifts, to exercise them, to utilize them, to share them, and to, in sharing them, you could also make this a part of your life's purpose if you haven't already done so. Interesting. And this is just a message. Could be about your gifts, but it could be about something entirely different. This card fell to the floor, so I feel called to share it with you. Ishtar, boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Now, speaking about your gifts, as people start to catch wind that you actually do have these gifts, and as you start to practice and hone in on them, nothing's more fun than when you realize you have a spiritual gift and you start practicing. But yeah, all the people start coming around. That happened to me when I first got into card reading for others, not just readings for myself. And then I had to start setting some boundaries. I had a coworker who she thought that if she showered me with gifts, she could just shower me with gifts and just constantly send requests for readings all the time. And I had to finally set a boundary with her. It's nice that you're sending gifts, but these take energy. I also still have a full-time job. I need to set a boundary. So that could be speaking to that or something entirely different. Hope that makes sense. Jeanette over there with her own channel soon. For real, though. For real. And I will watch. Because if you got all these gifts, we want to be all up in and around you. But you set boundaries, Jeanette. You set boundaries. It's okay. All right. So Ariami, you got the Mrs. Robinson. I wish I had my, hold on. Excuse me. You got Mrs. Robinson's card and the Tower card. And then you said, I asked, why am I feeling the way I currently am, which is at a loss? Oh, okay. So, just as a reminder, folks, for myself and for others, this is from the lovely Hoodoo Tarot. I did a tarot study, and I really love this deck. I really love this guidebook. That's why I'm also kind of taking the liberty to pull it down. But what we're going to do, Mrs. Robinson, I think, is that a song? Ms. Robinson, or a movie, is the devil. And then we've got the Tower, which is right behind it, right? It's the next progression. So this is about you actually being on the journey. Now, be happy. It sounds crazy, but this means first and foremost that you have awareness that there is a cycle of a negative pattern happening in your life. It could be a negative mental pattern that's impeding on your growth, impeding on your ability to move forward. It could be in that impediment. It could be having an addiction to negative thoughts, an addiction to overworking, an addiction to substances or people or shopping. I used to have a significant addiction to that. Buying decks. But what's beautiful about the Tower following that in your reading is that you're moving through this. You're going to soon embark on a Tower moment where things are not going to be the same. Things that have been really, really tugging at you, hurting you over and over again, likely in your mind, likely maybe even around you. Maybe I don't know what's going on, around you, like with people, friends or no friends or work life. But there's going to come a time very soon where things are going to shift and change. Now, of course, it can be scary to go through such a change, but it's one of those things that the Tower speaks to. Whatever is shaking loose, whatever is turning upside down, it was not going to be able to stand in like it was before. So it could mean a move for you. It could mean a whole way of now looking at things. It could be cutting off ties with people that are bringing you down, or it could be starting a whole new health regimen, a health routine that changes the course of things forever. I need to do some of that my own self. I have not I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I haven't exercised in a long time, and I can feel it, and I dread it, and I know it's going to cause me a Tower moment when I first start, because the older you get, the more time it goes between you starting to do this health regimen, the harder it feels when it happens. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that, you guys. See, you guys pick up on things that I'm like not even able to pay attention to. That's trippy. That's trippy. I love it. So, Ariami, if you're still with me, and thank you for your question. Let me know if you have any further questions, and we can always dive into it. I don't know if you're opposed to Facebook. I understand. I get it. But if you're not and you are okay with joining the Facebook group, head on over to Abundant Life Tarot group, and we can talk a bit more about what came up for you in your reading. That's a perfect place for us because it's intimate. We have a small group over there. It's fun, but it's also affronting and challenging because we deal with these kind of cards over there. We deal with readings for ourselves over there. So check it out. And most importantly, we worked with the Hoodoo Tarot. So all you have to do is just hashtag, it'll come up too, hashtag Hoodoo Tarot Study. And you'll see there's like 400 posts just devoted to the Hoodoo Tarot Study and all the work that we were doing. So Yeah. Thank you for your question. Yeah. See, I would love to join. Yes, please join. I would love for you to come on over. Oh my goodness. And I would love to dive even further into your two cards because there's so many other things that probably will kick up and come up for us as we think about it further, you know? So, and I've been itching, by the way, to get back to really working with my Hoodoo Tarot. I've been working with the Light Seers Tarot because of the tarot study, but I want to find ways to work with folks who are just starting the tarot study with the Hoodoo Tarot and joining back with them to do some of those exercises. Oh my gosh, you guys, me and these links. There should be a link. Let me go to you. I need to get the link. I have so many links to link. I promise I will get some links together, guys, before long. It is just flying by. The time is flying by. Okay. Alive with Kim. Are you up for a housing sitch reading? I'm a renter. So, Neighborhood Arts, my friend who lives where I'm from. Did you have a specific, do you want like general guidance with regards to your living situation? Are you planning to move? Or are you just wanting like general guidance on how to deal with the rent, how to manage? Is it just that, or just a loving message from spirit on what to do about how you feel about that? I mean, we can go in so many directions with that one because I can relate. She's like, is there a link? Hello. So I'm going to do a general reading for Neighborhood Arts. And then I'm going to make sure that I put some links in together, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm all just discombobulated and everything. Got the wrong camera up. So a message for Neighborhood Arts. Are you up for a housing sitch reading? I'm a renter in California. Let me see. Place being so, I do know this life. That sucks so much. It happens so many times where they end up selling because, of course, it's a hot market. So they want to sell. And then it leaves the renters just stuck, like having to scramble to find somewhere else to stay. Oh, don't know what's coming, if I'll be forced to move, etc. Spirit, what's coming up? Any guidance or any information for Neighborhood Arts flippers? Yeah. They want to make that fast buck. Rumor has, I mean, they always speculate. It's always speculators. Like, oh, the housing market's going to tank at some point, but who knows? Who knows? Spirit, what's the guidance here? What's coming up? Any messages from this deck? If not, I'll move on to the next. Okay. So we got Im and Jaw, golden opportunity. So with the flippers, and that sucks, but this may be a golden opportunity to actually find something that may even be more suited for you. It's scary though. I know what it is because it's like now you got to come up with all this money for the deposit, for the first month's rent, for all this stuff, the moving expenses. It's like, yet again, is there also a way that they can sweeten the deal? Like if they're causing you to move, they need to be able to offer something. Let me see. I want to see if I can pull up. Is there any guidance on what's to come? Golden opportunity could be also speaking for them, taking this golden opportunity, but it could be a golden opportunity for you. This also could affirm that Try not to worry. I'm going to pull from the surrender deck in a moment. Try not to worry because, yes, this could be a downer. And I have been exactly where you are. And I end up always marveling how I end up landing. Like, I thought for sure them selling the spot, I don't know where I'm going to land. Am I going to be able to find a place? Am I going to be able to afford the rent? Move into the new place. And somehow, the great God, I end up getting into a slightly sweeter spot than I was before. So, but I feel like they need to. Did they break a lease, or did they give you like a 60-day notice, or what did they do? I'm just curious. Kuan Yin, compassion, release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. I guess we can have compassion for the flippers. They're trying to sell, they need the money. And in that compassion, then we start to bring about an energy of aligning with our own abundance because they're doing their thing. You still would be supported, is what Spirit is saying. And then Isis, past life. Past life. The situation involves your past life memories, but the past life could speak to maybe from the past, there's an opportunity, a moving opportunity. Surrender to your intuition. So I'm sensing that they are gonna sell their property like they do out there. I think that's like just known. Like they don't stay on the market that long. But surrender to the higher power and the knowing that you will be fine. There's going to be intuitive moments that you see something on Facebook Marketplace, or you see something that catches your eye about a new place to live, or someone mentions a place to you, you put the word out, and next thing you know, you get to go see this new spot. And next thing you know, you're intuitively led on what to say, how to apply, when to apply. And you get in at a sweet spot at a place that maybe not even have come up yet on wherever, like, they do rental listings. And so surrender to your intuition, tune into your inner guidance, be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that can come through to guide you. And this also could be speaking to you are divinely protected. You're divinely protected by those who have crossed over, those who are protecting your path, your journey. And there could be something going on with this property. It may be a brand new property, for example, and there could be something going on. This move is protecting you from down the line. But a move I sense is going to happen with this golden opportunity card. That's what I'm sensing. I'm sorry. It sucks. It really does suck because I've been there. I've been there. But they terminated that and decided to sell us as they remodeled the other unit. There's something better for you. Something like down the line where like I could sense like maybe if they're willing to do something like this and just kind of up and sell on you like that, I don't know how they would be when the going gets rough, when you guys are really about to do real deal negotiations, when it's time to actually make the purchase, that it could even put you in a tougher bind. This also prevents you from investing further into them. And then they all along may have been planning to sell. So it's removing you. It's a golden opportunity to move to a safer financial investment opportunity with people who really want to see this and make this work. And that's what you're going, when you're trying to manifest this, you're aligning with the perfect living situation, perfect landlord, or perfect lease buyout, or it says we're negotiating a lease buyout. They should still, to me, I guess it's the California in me, the California gal who was renting. I feel like they need to commit to their what they said. But you know what? Something better. You will be supported. You will be supported. We'll manifest that together. Damn it. So rude. So rude. Their karma is coming. So you could trust and believe that. Jerks. Here I am compassion for them. Okay. Jessica, you may not be here still, but we're going to look into your gifts. I'm sorry to you guys. I wish that for all that you guys are going through, I'm wishing and manifesting perfect peace and harmony coming your way. I don't know. What's that? Jessica E. would like to know her spiritual gifts, her spiritual intuitive gifts. What are they? Or what one? Oh, okay. I'm gonna reshuffle. If these the same one. We got a lot of folks who've got this gift, but it kind of makes sense, especially if you're into cards. Look, okay, I'm excited. I gotta chill. So I reshuffled because I said, I felt called to reshuffle. I use jumping cards, and this card had kind of loosely come up, creating sacred space. But then I said, let me reshuffle. And if it comes up, then it's meant for this reading. And it came up. And then the first card came up, clairvoyance. Okay, clairvoyance. So you have the ability, the intuitive gift of clear sight, the out picturing from what you're downloading from spirit, like perfect movie images coming through. You might be that person who, when somebody says something, as opposed to you hearing information about it, you could close your eyes or even have your eyes open, and then this out picturing of something. So this is a powerful gift. It is one that readers typically rely on. It is one that really you could hone and strengthen with a lot of practice. There's ways. You could even Google how to exercise my gift of clairvoyance, and there's all sorts of exercises. You also have a beautiful way of creating sacred space for yourself and for others. Creating sacred space, it's about holding sacred space for others. And it could be physical, what you put on your table, what you do spiritually, maybe how you pray over people, how you hold space for them energetically, spiritually. Sometimes creating sacred space, if you had an office, it feels very sacred, or a room, your bedroom, very sacred. The physical, the emotional, the mental, all of that. You have a strong ability for it. So coupled with this, it's a powerful, powerful combination. Okay. That is right. How did I do that? There we go. All right, guys. Kristen Louise, but also you're skeptical that you have any. Do you believe? I think you have some. I'm curious to see which ones you have if you're still watching. Maybe you watch later on the replay. I know there was another live going on, and I hate that this one's going long, but I knew the readings, usually the readings videos for me go long because I try to get everybody who asks for a reading. I could be like all mean and say, no, let me turn it, like stop. And, some days I can't go this long, but today I'm feeling called to. So sorry if I'm interfering on somebody else's live stream. So Kristen Louise, what are some of your particular special Wheels of Light? What are some of your special gifts and healing abilities and intuitive gifts? Got cards going everywhere. One of them that came was Wheels of Light. I'll show you in a minute. That one. Flower Power. Flower Power. Wheels of Light. Can you see that? Flower Power. So This card, I'm just looking at one of the keywords here. It says, it's important to experiment with different techniques when it comes to the development and unfoldment of your spiritual abilities. Flower clairsentience is another form of psychometry, the practice of using items infused with someone's energy. So you can touch, clairsentience, touch, sense, um, smell, I guess. Clairsentient, let's see. But in this case, you're holding one of nature's beautiful living creatures instead of a watch or a ring or so on. Flowers are very sensitive and can easily absorb the energy of the person who has been holding them, enabling you to feel the energy that passed between two living beings. Wow. Interesting. So when this card comes up, sometimes this is about you being able to, you do have the ability to really smell things, sense things, um, to feel things. So when they're talking about psychometry, it's like, oh, I'm touching this and I can start to pick up energetically what it is that this person who owned this item or last touched it, what am I intuitively getting? So it could mean that. It could mean also working with floral essences, herbs. Maybe you have a gift of that. You didn't realize that you actually have a natural, say a green thumb, for example, and you're growing healing herbs or flowers or essences, or you're good with essential oils and magic with these types of items. So it could be something along those lines. Wheels of light. This has chakras here. So I find that interesting. It says, as humans, so it's basically saying that you have a ability to maybe draw down the chi, the inner, the energy in hitting all of those chakras, and you know how to pull and use them all collectively together to get your intuitive messages. It actually, it may feel like you're not doing anything, but actually this is quite powerful. And I know you work with cards too. So I know that this, you may not realize that you actually are, all these centers, these little energy centers tapped into when you're doing a reading, for example. And so by learning about the chakras, you'll discover how they influence your physical body and how each one is linked to your specific psychic abilities of clairsentience, clairvoyance, or clairaudience. You should learn how to activate your chakras and how to balance them, but maybe you already know how to do that. Maybe you intuitively know how to do that innately. Oh my gosh, you guys. You guys are so amazing. Yes, that was my vibe too about them. Thank you. It helps so much to rest in a sense that I might be supported, protected. Thank you. Thank you. You will. You will. Reclaiming is so for you, by the way. And your intuition is it's like your antenna and is picking up on it. And so it's like, okay, fine. And time again, when I left a tough situation like that, especially my living situation where you feel most vulnerable and most like, oh my God, they're pulling the wool from underneath me, it ended up being that it protected me from a certain situation later down the line. And I could talk your ear off all about all the different examples similar to yours, but I get to do it every day. I can give you some examples where it's like, I see why the universe moved me in that way. It scared the heck out of me, but it ended up being better for me in the long run. Yes, yes, my friend. I know you have. It's not an easy place to be. Vegas Moxie. Thank you for the 1999 super sticker. You guys are so amazing. I cannot even tell you. I don't even know how to fix my mouth to ask for such things. I don't. I'm like, I don't even know. And so thank you. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you all so much. You you guys don't even know. You're the highlight, hanging out with you guys during the live stream. You're the highlight of my Thursdays. I do this Thursdays. It's something I look forward to. I hate when I have to miss it. Like if there's a power outage here, knocking on wood, I hate it because I'm like, I'm missing my time of connection. So Mrs. Math, you're it. You're the last one. So you asked the question, is AJL Rob G the same guy that called my phone using the name Tom? Now, I don't know. Are you still here in here? I know you confirmed that somebody is kind of like acting like I'm gonna pull a tarot seat. My life, my old, dirty, but well-loved light Sears tarot. I don't mean dirty like that. I just mean that you don't, I don't know. Mrs. Matthews wants to know, is AJ Rob? So what's the energy surrounding? Is this person Tom who he says he is? We got Chariot, the Star. I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm going to show you guys the cards in a minute, but I don't know. Somebody's definitely moving in a way of trying to will things, hopeful that maybe you won't know, but you're smarter than that. And maybe you do know with this Nine of Swords. And this is what that's speaking to. This is, look at this. I guess I could pull an oracle, but this is a very specific question. I'm not even sure how to even approach it. Thank you, Vegas Moxie. And thank you for showing love and reminding folks to hit the like button. That alone is just amazing. But you gifting me this, you guys, all of you, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. You guys rock. I somehow think clairsentience is tricky to learn to use, translate, sort, process, but maybe that's all the clairs. No, I do. I don't. I just now started with my Mystery Mystic Mondays. I started to try to practice using all my clairs and seeing if I can even do that. And the reading that I'm going to put up on Monday, it's a cold case, but something that smelled, and you guys know, like with BART trains, my folks who lived in the Bay Area, BART, it's like our metro train system. So I could smell what it smells like in the air. I could literally smell the seats, how they smell when I would get on the train, how it smells on the inside. I could smell that smell of like that metallic-y. It's like fuel or like, I guess it's, I don't know. You know what it smells like at the metro station? It just smells. It got the smell. And it was so strong in the reading for me. And I hadn't really started really exercising my clairsentience before because I rely heavily on clairaudience and clairvoyance, heavily. So I started practicing, and it's been interesting what came through. Been really interesting. But you're right. I agree with you on that. Clairsentience, if you got it, use it. Because that's I don't think everybody just has that ability. I think you actually really have to work at it if you don't, if you might have some bit of that clair. So y'all help me out here. Help me out. Help me out here with Mrs. Matthews. It's ALJ Rob G, the same guy that called my phone using the name Tom. And more importantly, why is he doing this? I would say beast card that jumped. Some element of trickery. For some reason, I'm getting that with the Chariot. A hopeful situation of a wish that maybe you ain't gonna see things the way they want you to see or perceive them, and then the truth being revealed with this Nine of Swords. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. I'm right. I'm a right mess on Bart. Oh, goodness. Right? I haven't rode on BART in a long time. Even when no. Did I get on the BART train in December? No, I got on Amtrak. I'm getting my trains mixed up. But I used to be on BART all the time. Public transportation all the way. But the same little train smell that was just permeating in that reading I did this week. And I was just like, whoa. It's interesting that I was like, I want to tap into all the senses with this reading. And then that one came up so strong. But yeah, you said I'm a right mess on Bart. Oh God, I have many memories on Bart. Yeah. So I don't know, Mrs. Matthews. I'm gonna say I'm my intuition. I'm just leaning now into intuition now with the cards. I think you got an impersonator on your hands. I do. Something's not as it seems, and the truth will be revealed. Truth will be revealed. That's absolutely my take on the reading too. Thank you. I was like, I don't know. And it's funny, this is the second time somebody asked me this. Like I had a hotline question, but I can't remember. The cards came up and it was kind of clear in that reading. But this, I was like, I don't know. Maybe because I'm shifting gears and working self-care and spiritual readings. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Taking time out of your Thursday, all the beautiful messages, the interaction. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the super chats and super stickers. This is literally, you guys have totally made my day because this is my very first ever getting any of them. This live ever, never before. So I appreciate all of you. You guys rock. And we'll do more of these. Well, I'll find ways of doing readings for the collective. I won't take up as much time, but it's been a while and I wanted to connect with you guys because next week we're going to do the Light Seers Tarot wrap party. So that's going to be a different live stream, but I'll probably circle back and find ways where I can do readings for my peeps again. And guys, I literally want to thank you. Oh, I will be updating the description box. Let me, while I'm doing this, a second. I'm going to go here because in case you guys are interested, I do what I call reading lab sessions. And I'm going to put it in the description box as soon as this comes up, as well as chat. And Saturday, April 2nd, we are going to get together for an interpreting with confidence, downloading and conveying the messages. And we even talk about the clairs in there as well and tapping into it and doing it on a quicker basis. Because let me tell you, and you would just pick the live Zoom session. So you don't have to do the whole course. It's part of a whole course, but there's a drop down and you just pick the live Zooms and you get 2 sessions with me, reading lab sessions. Sometimes it might even be one-on-one because sometimes that's the way it works out. And then sometimes there's other people, like a few. I like to keep the classes or the Zoom reading lab sessions small because I think that works best. So there's that. And the Facebook group, let me do that. I want you guys to see that. You think I would have all this ready? It's usually in my description box if it's not. So, but I'm going to go in and drop that here. The Facebook group is a great place for us to connect. I'm there all the time in terms of social media. That's where I'm at the most. If I'm going to be on social media, it's in my Facebook group, Abundant Life Tarot group. So there you have it, folks. That's absolutely all right, guys. I've taken up enough of your time. I'm going to let you go. Thank you again for joining me. Have a great rest of your day. And I'm going to see you all in the next one. You know it. So please take good care of yourself. Pull a card for yourself. We didn't even get to this fun one. This is the one that has like have sex. Look. Sex. We didn't even get to do that one. Next time. Maybe we'll just only do self-care messages next time. But the spiritual gifts one was fun too. Oh, you are so welcome. Thanks for asking such great questions. You asked an amazing question, and I hope you really trust and know you are supported, okay? Just know that. You're a real one, and real ones are always protected. All right, guys. Love y'all. Bye for now.